Hello everybody, Super here. Today I'm going to show you guys Siralim Ultimate. This is a pretty cool little game. It's a monster catcher, dungeon diving sort of game. It's got 1,200 different creatures to collect, monster fusing, pretty much unlimited gameplay if this is your sort of thing. So we'll dive right in. Sadly, I think I lost one of my old game files, but I was able to dig this one up. It does have like a rudimentary cloud storage with like a 9 or 10 digit code that you come up with, and it'll save it to the cloud with that code. And you can play in Steam or on your phone or whatever you want. You could just use that code, import the save. Pretty cool stuff. So here we are in the castle, your home castle. I guess we'll just do a walkthrough of kind of what everything is, because this game is nuts with features. So we'll just start with character. Your characters, when you start out, you have 15 specializations, sort of like classes in other games that you could choose from. And then later on in the game, you choose one of those. And then later on in the game, what Siralim calls sort of the mid-game, you start to unlock them with projects later on. So you could play one character and unlock all of them later. So next, we'll go over perk points. These are specific to which specialization you choose. Obviously this one's all maxed out, but you start with 0 and you get more perk points from completing realm quests at your highest realm depth. So this is where you go to the realm. You see that I'm at realm depth 542. You can see that my highest is 542. So if I wasn't maxed out, then completing this realm depth would give me perk points. And then once you get enough perk points, you can spend them in here. So pretty cool, very advantageous to get your guy to max perk points. That does happen like mid-game, so this game's grindy, but it's fun. It's a fun grind. Sort of like mid to late game, you have anointments, which are unlocked from defeating false gods. You'll get a mission to craft these things. You'll select a bounty. I already have a bounty. And you will, let's see, I think bounties are here. So I have to go kill Hydronox at Realm Death 542, which is the next one. And then I will get an anointment. Well, you get 3 to choose from. So these are essentially perk points, those perks, but unlocked. So this character, so I'm playing the Windrunner right now. Anointments give me the ability to choose 5 skills from any other class or specialization. So anointments are cool, but mid to late game. Creature mastery. So we got projects, which are just missions that you get to build things around the castle and whatnot. Gods in favor. There's a god for each, kind of like a zone in each realm. Guess I could show that real quick. So when you go to the realm selection, you can see this realm types. There's a god in each one of these, and you'll build favor with them and unlock stuff from their shop. There's like at the beginning when you zone in, there's a god just standing there, and you can unlock things from their shop with coins. I guess I'll go over realm instability while I'm here. 1 through 5. You can see on the top right, it increases the instability. Things are more dangerous. There's hidden realm properties. You can randomize it with F by using some power that you get as a currency. It's just a currency that you have. So I can randomize these until I get something that I like. But the higher that is, wait, let me get back in there. The higher that is, the higher the item bonus is on the bottom. Or the harder it is, I suppose. So 240% extra items. Pretty cool. Next is achievements. And guild reputation, I guess. That just unlocks things in those guilds down to the south that I showed you. Achievements are somewhat important because they increase your piety bonus. That's pretty much all they do. A lot of achievements to do. A lot of cool things to unlock in this game. A lot of secrets and stuff. Obviously, I haven't gone anywhere near that. So, the main circle of this game is the creatures. So here's all 6 of my creatures. You have to kill... So when you're out in the realm and running into creatures, you have to kill them several times. So at this pyre, or fire pit, or whatever you want to call this thing, summoning pit, I don't think there's any that I can't summon right now. But it'll say that the green bar right here will say 0 to ready. You'll have to kill it a couple times to unlock the ability to summon it. So I can summon this guy. Now we have a new Shambler Rescuer. It's been sent to the menagerie. So that's how you... Excuse me. That's how you capture the creatures. Each one... The craziest part about this game is that each one has a special trait. So, don't know this guy's name. This Phase Knight's special trait is Endurance Aura. Your creatures take 70% less indirect damage. This trait does not stack. So I can't have all my creatures with this and just have like 0 indirect damage, you know? So they all have wildly I mean, some of them are similar, but they all have... So like this Mimic has Surprise. Mimics always have Surprise. They're not random. They always have this trait. So Mimics start the battle at the top of the timeline. The battles go in order. So Mimics will always start first, so you can start with the hard-hitting ability immediately. Pretty cool. Let's see. What should we go over next? Oops. So they also are able to equip artifacts, which are just items. You equip them with a certain item that... I guess we can go up here. This is where you would craft it by default. I haven't moved it. So you can forge artifacts. There's one for each stat. And then you can socket the artifacts with things. Do I have like a base one? No. So you socket it with gems. Well, let's just craft one. So we forged a helmet. Now we can find the helmet. Oh, we gotta upgrade it. Upgrade the helmet. So by tier 1, so you upgrade it a bunch of times, then you can socket it with things. So you put in these gems. And it'll cost you some brimstone, which is a currency. But you can see what it's gonna add. Do you want just attack? Do you want just health? Do you want it to be a mix? So you just socket these. Then you get to a special trick slot. Make the creature do poison damage, you know, whatever you want. So there's a lot of these, a lot of things to dig through here. The most important thing is that nether slot, but that's sort of late game stuff. So I'll touch on nether stars in a little bit once I get to them in the inventory. So besides the artifact, they can be assigned a relic, which is what you use piety. So you use piety to upgrade, unlock, and upgrade these relics. And they will give your creature a obviously mighty boost, like, so I don't have one assigned to all of them, but obviously cast several extra times, so pretty large boost. They also have spell gems that you can craft, so you craft artifacts and you craft spell gems. Guess I'll go check on that real quick. Spell gems over here. Craft a spell gem. There are a ton of them. They're broken down by class. So if your creature can only use certain classes, then you can sort it by class. You upgrade them just like artifacts. You enchant them to add whatever. This is a little more complex, but I mean, I can make a video on that. Item set, so if you're gonna swap things around often, I think I've mostly played with this set of creatures the most. I think this one was a build in the guide section. So if you want to swap everything except for the traits stay the same. If you want to swap the artifact, and I'm not sure if it changes relics. Relics are specifically assigned. The biggest thing is macros. Super cool. We'll touch on macros in a minute. So besides 1,200 creatures in the game and potentially 1,200 different traits, you can also, well, I mean, you'll pretty much also have to fuse creatures. So you take, I don't know, let's say this guy. You take this guy and you say, I want to fuse him with, I don't know, whatever else you want. What other trait do you want is the question. So it'll take his original trait, it'll add this other trait. I don't know, doesn't matter. Then you choose a color option that you want. That obviously doesn't matter, it's just for cool looks. He uses it into a new monster. I'm pretty sure it's always successful. You can also change the colors here. So no matter what, you can change the pattern of if you have second guesses. There's also randomly dropped skins in the game. There's a lot of things that drop in this game. Remove the skin. Level up creature, pretty important. So let's say, hey, I wanted to create a new creature with special traits and fuse it, and then, oh, he's level 1 or whatever. It takes the average of the two that you fuse together. So you are able to use power, which is again a currency that's just randomly dropped in the world, in the realms. Use power to boost its level up to the maximum, the highest creature you have. So boom, just immediately he's the same level as my guys. Pretty cool. So you don't have to worry about changing creatures and just hand leveling them up again. This game's all about build, trial, you know, throwing creatures in, trying different things, trying different builds out. Down here we have the relics. So prophecies, I don't care if I turn it in. So I turned in a prophecy. I guess I'll touch on this. It's like a bingo board. Do these things and it'll cross it off. And then if you do all 5, you get a bonus. And then if you do like the whole board, you get like a super extra bonus. And you get piety from this. And you get extra piety depending on your achievements. So then you come here and unlock like let's unlock this relic. I mean, I can't, but that's how you unlock these relics, is by completing that bingo board. That's also how you upgrade them. So I could upgrade this thing twice. All the way up to 100 to get those extra points. So right now they're only at 50. They only get those ones with the stars. So that's all that stuff. We can go over macros. I don't have any set up right now because I just installed this game again. But essentially a macro, like let's say, hey, if the creature that's using this macro has less than 30% health, then defend. And, you know, something like that. Or if it has less than 30% health, cast. And then you obviously hold down, or you could press the right arrow. And I'm using WASD. So S is down, left and right on, so A and D go down a page. Cast this on a random enemy, or this creature, or that creature. So it's super in depth, you know. Gets nuts with if anything. You can build out anything your heart desires in these macros. And then what you would do is come up here, set the strategy to macro. Now every time it becomes my first creature's turn, he'll just try to do the macro, and you would assign it the macro. I mean, I don't have anything, so it won't do anything. So macros are super cool. So we can go to items. This shows you all the artifacts that you have. We already went through that. Field items are randomly found. They'll change the base values. Each creature has well, all the creatures I have, I've used one of these items to increase their health and decrease their speed. But that'll be randomized with the creatures that you fuse or find. So you can use a field item to, so like, hey, I want him to have more attack and less defense. You know, something like that. There's one for each of those. Later on in the game, there's also a project that you can use, that you can complete. You start the project and you get, I don't remember how many, like three of these or something, to increase its base attack, base health. I'm sure there's one for each stat, but you know, these are the two that I've been completing. Now we have materials for artifacts. These are the things that you slot into an artifact to give it a trait. So all of these are traits of, and I think the bestiary here. Yeah, so like this Aexir Apocalypse, you can see his trait is that Harbinger trait, but at the bottom, he also has this sinew that is that artifact material. So I have 7 of them, so I can slot that into an artifact and give that artifact his trait. So that's how, if you look at my creatures traits, there's 4 traits. Oops. Right, so they have one from one monster, one from another monster, one from the artifact, probably 2 from the artifact if I had to guess. Let me see what his artifact is. Yeah, so this I don't remember what it's called now. Netherstone. This Netherstone probably has a trait on it as well, which is a late game thing that you can find, and they randomly have them. Pretty cool stuff. But this is found out in the random world, and you purchased some. You got to purchase some of them from a shop. They're hard to find sometimes. Next, you have spell gem materials. I kind of already glossed over that. They're used for spell gem crafting. These are the nether stones that I keep saying are cool. It basically increases stats, but the higher level ones also have traits on them sometimes. So pretty cool to get an extra trait there. Quite powerful sometimes. Next, you got these game tickets, which I could show you later, and some late game keys to the gods. Probably won't go over that. Spell gems, these are the spell gems that you have on your person. Huge list of currency. These emblems are what you use to purchase items from the god shops in the realm. Obviously, your resources that you get, 5 different resources. Notoriety, which go along with those tickets that were in my inventory. Piety and glory is for the arena. Arena's pretty cool. So we went over prophecies. This gives you piety. So one of the other cool unlocks in this game is cards. So each creature, well, I don't know if it's every creature, but there's a ton of different cards to unlock randomly by fighting monsters. Oh, so it's each it's not each creature, it's the race of creature. So all abominations will drop this card, and then that'll give you those stats that you find. So like, yeah, I don't have too many, they're pretty rare. So like your creatures have +1 base intelligence just by having these 2 sin creature cards. Pretty cool. Little cards. The codex is just an information dump. Show you every single trait. And kind of like tutorial info if you had questions about something. Bestiary shows you every single monster that you've seen. So maybe there's more than 1201. Especially now, I haven't played in a while. Battle history will show you the battles. I haven't had one in this game session yet. Decoration mode, that's how you decorate the castle. You can zoom out, see the whole castle, decorate it however you want. Like a lot of the things are random drops. Tons of different just random items. 17 pages of whatever miscellaneous stuff is here. So if you're into customizing things, yeah, tons and tons and tons of things here. Pretty cool. That's customization, and I use it. Obviously, I haven't done much. I use it to kind of like move by default. Like the realm portal thing is way up here, so I moved it down here just to speed things up. So that is decorations. Guess I can show you. These guys are like the little mini game guys. You had those tickets. So they all have like a different game that you play to get loot or items. So you can use tokens to get certain amount of items. Boy, that guy's loud, huh? No. Stop giving me rolls. I didn't want it to go forever. No, not 3 more turns. So they all do different things. You get these tokens in game. I can't remember exactly what it is. I think you run into these guys in each realm. So you can play, there's a button to select random ones, but you can select whichever you want. God, that's loud. So you get all these things, notoriety. So notoriety is unlocked here. You can browse their wares. They sell like lager, kind of like beer creatures. I don't know what to call them. And the treasure chest unlock loot. So that's these guys. Raptor tickets. Look at that, 1500 notoriety. and we completed a prophecy quest. So you can see here, we did 3 scratchers, finished a prophecy quest. So now if we were to do these, you would get a little bonus. So the arena, pretty neat. I like the idea of it. You draft a team, a random team. So like I have to choose from these 3, or I can mulligan 5 times total. So we'll just say, hey, I want to do these 6 creatures. Then you join the arena, and then you just do a fight. I mean, I don't know anything. You could dig through and look at like what spells they have, you know, what spells your creatures start with. I don't know. So I'm gonna forfeit. So that's pretty cool. I like trying to build a team. There's different difficulties, and then the shop obviously unlock all sorts of things here, different creatures and traits, and then you have your god temple things down here. Get bounties for the false gods, then you can purchase extra stuff. So besides actual gameplay, that's pretty much all I have. I mean, there's this, so I'll probably start another video and just do like a beginner playthrough. Oh yeah, up here you can change your wardrobe, which you unlock a ton of stuff for. 31 pages of whatever you want to play as a little jester. Cool. Play as a fairy, I don't know what that is. Pirate. You can change your appearance to a creature if you want. Rename yourself, rename a creature, change your specialization, very important. So once you unlock more specializations, you can change it here. It's like, oh, I want to be a reaver. Okay, now I'm a reaver. So you got it. You got your reaver, and you can change your anointments there. I forgot about accessories. You can add accessories to creatures. Wait, how do I choose? How do you do the accessory? Okay, so you choose accessory, you choose which creature you want an accessory for, and then you can just add it to its so it's just like a little image. Kind of cool. And then it'll just be like that in all the images. It's not like that in game, but kind of cool. Customization. I'm telling you, this game's got huge variety in gameplay, so give it a shot. Let me know what you guys think. I'll do a video on just like beginner gameplay. It's up until the very like in game, late game, it's very story driven, lots of text and stuff. So I was gonna start with a video like that, but I don't think it'll come off as that great because of the huge amount of reading that it requires. Well, it doesn't require it. It's just banter reading, but it really does bring out the game once you know the backstory and stuff. So we'll leave it there. I think I have touched on everything. You do have to be careful with your save game when you're dealing with the cloud stuff. You don't want to screw that up. Yep, that'll be it. Thanks for watching, guys. It's been fun. Hopefully this piques your interest. Let me know if you want me to make another video on this. I know it's quite complex, but I can make a video to explain some more things if anybody wants. I love this game, so if you love the idea of this game, let me know. I'll make some videos on it. Thanks everybody. Take it easy.